Hi, welcome to a video of my flea market finds for today, Saturday, October 19th, 2024. Some pricey, I splurged a lot. I bought several things, a little bit more than what I wanted to pay. I don't know what kind of mood I was today. My first find was a box of expensive records. I knew it would be expensive because the first thing I saw on that table were a bunch of 8-track tapes. Well, I took a look because sometimes I pick for fun a few fun 8-track tapes. I saw some Beatles ones, and then he said were $10 each. Like, he lives on another planet. I think since marijuana is legal, I think people smoke too much of it. Which, by the way, it reeked of marijuana at the flea market outside. Oh my God! 5 or 6 locations I could smell it. Plus, the flea market had been sprayed with skunk. A skunk had released itself at one point recently, so a weird mixture. Anyway, I knew it would be expensive, so I picked only this one record I could not leave behind. Build Me Up Buttercup by the Foundations, US pressing. What I didn't see is that the first side is live. It's only the second side, 6 songs studio version. Well, that's a little disappointing, but it plays well. So I was ready to pay 5. He didn't want to go lower than 6. So I don't remember. He might have started higher than 6. I don't remember. Anyway, he wouldn't go down lower than 6, so I wasn't sure. So I decided to just go for it for just $1, you know. I don't know yet. I haven't looked what its value on Discogs, but the fact that the A side is live is like sort of a little bit disappointing. But the A side, the B side, is okay, you know. Anyway, let's not dwell on that. Then there was another seller which had a box of $1 record, and I only took 2, which I didn't really need. This Benny Goodman in stereo from the 60s. Hello Benny. Benny Goodman plays the fresh new sounds of great new tunes. Pink Panther Team, etc. Seems to be a printed in Canada. No, it's a Canadian pressing in stereo. Then this 2 LP French compilation on Barclay. Chanson d'amour 2, volume 2 of a compilation. The only reason I took it is because there's this 45 I have by Michel Delpech from early 70s with La Vie on the A side. The B side is Super Amour, and there was a defect on my record because it was a new old stock record I got. There's some noise on the... Anyway, by having this on this LP, I thought would be perfect to have like both songs sounding correctly, because finding another copy of the 45 is almost at this point pretty hard. So, but everything else is extremely common and I have already. So it was just like, since it was just $1. Then what did I get? Third purchase. Oh yeah, was this guy who finds great rare stuff but pricey. It's not cheap, you know. It's the same guy who sold me a few weeks ago this ever-ready battery for $5 whopping dollars. He thought, well, I would say no, so nope, I'm taking it because it's a real vintage one. Anyway, so he had some all kinds of magazines slash sheet music and an instructional book on disco music and all kinds of stuff. I picked what I wanted. He had 2 or 3 Dynamite magazines. I think they're for teenagers from the 70s. I have a friend, I think, who has some. I'm pretty sure he... So I don't remember what the other one I saw had, but this one I took because of the Jamie Summers, Bionic Woman and $6 Million Man. Sorry, there's a reflection. And so we have some photos, some cool photos here. Battle of the Bionics, everybody wins. And on this page you have their boss here, the man in the middle, Richard Anderson, Oscar Goldman. So I thought that was cool. And on another page, because I browsed a little bit, I should have bookmarked it so I wouldn't waste your time. Oh, and here we have a calendar of November 76, which dates the magazine pretty easily. But the other page I thought interesting was look-alike contest winners. Mayor on the Little House on the Prairie. That's pretty funny. I'm getting there. Oh, come on. One hand is hard. Oh, I hate that. Just since I don't remember what page it. Ah, darn. There it is. Casey and the Sunshine Band. That's what I wanted to show. Nice little article, a big photo, and of course so many. 76, November 76, he was at the peak of his popularity. So I got this plus 4 sheet music. Saturday Night, from Saturday Night Fever, Staying Alive. Sheet music is of course for those who play instruments. You have the. Well, you can tell by the way I use my walk, I'm a woman's man, no time to talk. You can see that the notes are pretty steep. I see some. Is that somebody wrote? Somebody help me, yeah. So there was this one. There was from Greece, Hopelessly Devoted to You. There was YMCA by the Village People, which I bought on a 45 back in the day, early 79. And In the Navy by the Village People. This will go very well with my growing sheet music collection. I have some from the 20s, from the 40s. I have What a Difference a Day Makes that I got in 2022 in Ontario, as well as a Rudy Valley sheet and a big thick pile of Andrew's Sisters, maybe a dozen of them. I have an Elvis one. I have some what's his name? Their name, the Everly Brothers, etc. So that's why I wanted to splurge, because I was willing to pay $15 for these 5 items, but he asked for 20. You wouldn't budge. Like I said, sure, I'm glad I did, because these are my favorite finds of the day. I mean, I was in the mood of getting good stuff, even if it was pricier than what I wanted to pay. I did risk a few dollars on junk, but I think I have only one bad purchase today for under $10. You'll see. That was a $20 little stack. Oh yeah, $5. Yeah, this was a gamble and it didn't pay. It was 10, but he lowered it to 5. It was just this piece of crap 70s record player. There was no brand on it. I think the faceplate was here. I don't know what brand it was. It takes a special screwdriver to open it underneath. And the problem with it is, well, it has 3 speeds, that's why I picked it up, but the needle is not the original needle, because it's a one-side needle, and it still works. The motor turns, all speeds work, no freaking sound. If I put the volume to the max and fiddle with the tone button, I stick my ear on the speaker, I can barely hear a little bit of. So there's something in there that's, I don't know, it's electronics. I have another cheap record player that everything works except for the sound. I remember it anyway. So $5, you know. And you try, you know. At least I didn't waste $10 on it. Then I got this from the same seller who sold me the $6 record, Build Me Up Buttercup. I got this projector. Remember I found a projector last week? A Bell & Howell Auto Load, but this is a different model. This is, I forgot. Should have written it down. Was it 362 model? Let's check, because it doesn't have the box, but it had some paperwork in here. Get the warranty card. It's too bad it doesn't have the. It doesn't have. I don't know what that is. I haven't looked through this yet. But this is a Canadian projector. Anyway, let's check the model number. Sorry, I should have written it down. And I thought it was the same as the one I bought last week, but no, it's not. Because it really looks similar, but now I've noticed the differences. This is a model 356. It was a 462 last week. But at $20, the bulb works, and it's the same bulb. So now I have two very similar projectors. Parts of this one can go on the other one, and I have two working bulbs. Bulbs are hard to find and expensive, so I thought it was a good gamble, and it paid off. Once I fiddle, I don't know when, but eventually I'll fiddle with parts of one to the other, and boom, I'll end up with a working projector finally with a spare bulb. So that was $20. This I tried to resist, but I ended up buying it. I have too many plushies. It doesn't have the label, unfortunately, so I'm more and more glad that I got it. So cute. So we have this plush falcon with some fake leather beak here, and if you put it at the right angle, he's looking at you. Ooh. So this was a whopping $5, so I had to pick it up. I love finding cute plushes of wild animals when it's an animal I don't have already. Like one, the time I got this badger, and the lady thought it was a skunk, a badger puppet. So this falcon cost me $5, so no regrets actually. And then a lady had some junk and a few small stack of dirty 45s, but I noticed they were from the mid-1990s. I recognized right away they were from a jukebox. There's one I couldn't leave behind, Secret by Madonna, and the instrumental on the other side. But I haven't tried to clean it. The vocal side has a splooch of dirt on it, of dust. I tried playing it as is and go so I have to really clean it with soap. And too bad the instrumental side plays pretty well. So for $1. Then after that, that was $1, right? Oh yeah, actually before I bought this, I saw two items that I passed. I wasn't satisfied with the prices. Then I walked around with my friend there. Then when I went back, I got $1 off one of the two items. So the lady had a box of records at $3. She had this beat up, scratched up, but very interesting record. Henri Bergeron, I think I'll switch to French, or it's too local to speak in English about this, but I'll give you a little summary. Henri Bergeron, bien sûr, ceux qui peut-être d'entre vous sont trop jeunes ne s'en rappellent pas, c'était un animateur à Radio-Canada, c'était la voix des Beaux Dimanches, une voix avec ses gros sourcils noirs. Mais c'est Henri Bergeron qui fait la narration de l'atelier de sexologie. Ton sexe et l'autre, un message aux 10-12 ans. Puis ça parle de sexualité dans des termes très crus, mais éducatifs, mais je vois qu'il y a des diapositives qui pouvaient accompagner le disque. Puis c'était 1968, l'année de ma naissance. Livre nu, sexe féminin, sexe masculin, jeu sexuel, point de vue des parents, masturbation, homosexualité. C'est incroyable. J'ai déjà entendu des extraits de ça, je crois, sur l'émission de Rock et Belles Oreilles à la radio. Je ne sais plus où exactement j'ai découvert ça. Je ne sais pas si MC Jules y en a parlé ou si c'est à l'émission de Rock et Belles Oreilles, mais il me semble que c'était à la radio. Il est assez magané, mais la seule autre copie que j'ai est encore pire. So this Henri Bergeron was a TV host with a very imposing voice and very serious voice, but he teaches sexuality to 10 to 12-year-old kids. Record is a little bit beat up, but it plays better than I expected. It just needs to be cleaned a bit, and my other copy is way worse than this. So this was $3, but I didn't want to pay $3 for a beat up record, although it's rare. And she had a box of comic books, but they were all $5 each. I didn't feel like paying $5 for this. But I'm starting a collection of Spirou and Fantasio, but only the ones that Franquin worked on. So I'm not aiming to get all of them. But I don't remember by heart which one, where it stops, and I think it picks up to a few extra books later. I don't remember. I should make a list. But after leaving everything behind, I thought maybe I should have tried to bundle them up and maybe shave $1 off or $2. I've managed to convince her when I went back to pay $7 for the 2 items. I would pay the exact change. Always try to have the exact change on you to convince more easily to give odd numbers like that. So if somebody wants to, let's say $10 for something, and you don't you want to pay 7 or 8, say, well, are you sure? How about 7? I will give you the exact amount, so they don't have to think of, I don't have any change, much change on me. I don't want to break down the amount too. So she accepted to shave $1 off. So I have a book that I'm glad I picked up because my collection of Spirou books is growing. And I got this rare funny record. Funny, it wasn't a goal to be funny, but it's so weird to hear Henri Bergeron talk about sex. And after that set of $7 set, finally my friend Coffee was my he what's the word in English? Il me porte chance. He's my he brings me good luck. When we walk together, I decided to end at a table where earlier in the morning I saw 4 or 5 stacks of 45s on the table, but they were like $5 each, or 5 for $20, which I thought was way overpriced. I only looked at the top of the stack, and it was common 80 stuff. But I decided to since we were talking, said keep talking to me while I check the 45s. It turns out he started talking with the seller instead, which is fine with me, and I went through them and I picked out 9 of them. I think I really cherry-picked this 4 stacks of 45. I picked out the 9 best ones. And the first one I found, poker face, I Got You, I Feel Good by James Brown and his Famous Flames on the Delta label, original first pressing. Not a scratch on this thing, man. Very clean. The only problem is these have years written on them. 66. I think it's not the first time I get records from this lot. So I got this one. I got the 4 tops. Don't Let Him Take Your Love From Me, with the key on the other side again. Pretty clean, original sleeve. ABC by the Jackson 5, and again clean, original. Rockin' Robin by Michael Jackson. Love Is Here and Now You're Gone. Very, very clean, not a scratch. Not 1, not 2, not 3, but 4 different Roy Orbison singles on the MGM, and they were not all consecutive. They were spread out in the piles. We have Where Is Tomorrow, Twinkle Toes, all of these not a scratch. Communication Breakdown, Going Back to Gloria. Memories, So Good, Wandering, Right Away. I just noticed the title of his songs are really short, and this one is pretty cool. It goes between $13 and $26 on Canadian on Discogs, and this is a US pressing. No, actually it's not, it's a Canadian pressing. I hope it doesn't change the value much. Funk to the Folks by the Soul Searchers, pretty good. And I think this is the A side, but there's a whistle, and I'm not crazy about the whistle sound. This might be the A side, I'm not sure. This is Blow Your Whistle, Soul Searchers. So my friend helped me get a better deal, and he said I caved in too fast. I should have let him work his magic, and I would have saved even more money. But I ended up, for these 9 records, I ended up paying $20. It's afterwards he said you shouldn't have accepted this $20 offer so fast. You should have waited. I could have gotten them for $15, because he knows this guy better than I do. I should have let him work his magic. But I'm still glad for $20 I got these great 45s. So that was my Saturday. So thanks for watching.